Hello everyone, I'm here with a special video today. It's special because it's a reading, and I don't really do readings for a lot of reasons. But this one was too good to pass off. I need to spread awareness of this. Other people have, but this thing needs more publicity. Christian Weston Chandler. Alright, if you don't know who Chris Chan is, Google him on your own time. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna hate me for saying Google him. So otherwise, be naive and just watch this video, because this is how I found out about it, from someone reading this. He just got arrested for pepper spraying a GameStop employee who just told him, you know, you're not allowed here, get out. And it's fucking ridiculous. And so, I've got all the text laid out, and I'm going to do a dramatic reading in Barack Obama's voice. Now, my shitty impression is not the point of this video. I'm just doing that to entertain you if you've already read the speech. But if you don't like the voiceover, just mute it and read the text. Just read what Chris Chan wrote. And just be fucking astounded, because wow, it's something else. I mean, he actually, in his own weird way, he managed to justify to himself macing a fucking GameStop employee just because the dude said, you know, you're not welcome here, because he'd been vandalizing store property. I mean, wow. So anyways, just prepare yourself. The reading is a little choppy. It was my first, you know, read through of it. Didn't prep up, but you know what? Whatever. So enjoy the impression. Enjoy the freaky ass text. And yeah. Attention, everyone. To preface what happened recently, I simply remind everyone that Sonic the Hedgehog's arms are not freaking blue. If Sega had never changed them, or reversed the change between February and November of this year in the new Sonic Boom video games and cartoon series on Cartoon Network, as well as the toys and whatever else, I would not have had to protest and rebel the way I have, including the creation of my group, Fix Sonic's Arms Immediately, Sega! Within my groups, I have led by example to push forward to the path of waking Sega up and forcing them to change Sonic's arm color back immediately. And to confess, I have done my part for real. I had personally gone into 3 of the 4 local GameStops, excluding the Fashion Square location, 3 times to personally protest in my silent way. First attack, I printed, as seen on the Facebook group, the fronts of the Sonic Boom game inserts. Affixed double-sided tape onto the backs, and affixed them onto the fronts of their respective display game boxes on the shelves. Second attack, about a week later, I checked the success of my first attack, damaged a few original inserts pretty well to full removal, and of what were still there, I made attempts to transfer the inserts from the original cases into behind the inserts of different games. I've had to briefly explain my reasons in the protest, and told them that they should not be selling the Blue Arm Bandit games in the first place, and that they should send all of the remaining stock of Sonic Boom games and stuff back to Sega, to make them change Sonic's arm color back immediately. They did nothing. And 1 week later, the third and final attack, and the one and only time that the Fashion Square location had been involved as well, I made up and printed faux price tag decals, and with a short note to discourage purchase of the Blue Arm Bandit games, and promote the protesting boycott, and with the 5 Wii U software cases that each melted a bit from my house fire last January, as well as 5 smoke-damaged 3DS game cases, no melting, I had printed a full front, side, and back insert with the boycott encouragements, and the note on the back to make the stores send their remaining stock back to Sega. I have ran into individuals giving me bad grief for my protest and actions outside from the Fashion Square location, but I have done my duty in full to the best of my abilities at the individual moments and circumstances. I also had hidden all of the blue-armed Sonic toys at Toys R Us here, concealed hidden amongst their metal cupboards, so they all would not be sold, and best boycotted for the protest. They remained hidden for the longest time of over a month, found and reshelved near the 20th of December to my personal dismay and crestfall. And at Best Buy, all copies of their Sonic Boom games are still successfully concealed and hidden and from view and purchase. Anyhow, after the final attack for the protest, near a week later, on December 8th, I had typed, signed, addressed, and U.S. mailed apology letters, with the promise to have been done with my... Jesus Christ, this dude's... his autistic writing. Oh my God! With the promise to have been done with my in-person protest deeds, with no purchase action therein. No further action therein. I mean, fuck, dude, this guy can't type. To all but the Fashion Square location GameStop. And I had sent one to Toys R Us as well. I had thought the FSGS would overlook the one attack of protest on them, but obviously I was mistaken. Which brings us up to now. Last Friday, the 26th, my mother and I were at the mall, getting pizza and spaghetti for lunch. She had informed me of a good mini refrigerator deal at Sears, so after eating, I made my way to check it out. Nothing else happened at Sears, and I went nowhere near the JCPenney that day. There was a good 3.1 cubic foot fridge for $129.99 that caught my eye, but that is to be purchased later. On the way to Sears, I peeked into the GameStop, and I spotted a new Skylander figure, Blastermind. I was set to buy it, and I was going to consider checking out their Wii U pre-owned software selection in their 3-for-2 deal. Innocent, I was not looking for trouble. But then this male loomed out in front of me, frightened the crap out of me, and he said in a booming voice that only scared me worse, "You are banned from here. You need to leave now." But still determined to continue my shopping, I veered into the Wii U direction, when his female accomplice startled me and boomed in as well. Still feeling frightened and mentally overloaded, I made a grab for my pepper spray to use in defense. I offered a few peaceful solutions, but she ended up sending him to go get security. So I shouted, "Fine, I'm leaving," and I dropped the figure. On my way out, I told the male to not get anyone, and we both stopped near simultaneous. That's right, simultaneous, not simultaneously. I still felt my own worse from wear with the fear, startle, paranoia, and I did not want him following me and causing more trouble upon me. And then in my defense, and to make my escape, I spritzed a minuscule amount of pepper spray downward, not into his face. And then I left. I did not learn until much later that the spritz had done a lot worse than I had imagined it would, as well as learning that they were the so-called manager and ass manager of that particular store. I had no idea of the contents of this pepper spray, or that it was illegal for use in certain situations in the state of Virginia at all. Learn your 50 states, bitch. And I had tried the stuff on myself days before in the upstairs bathroom. A 2-second spray onto my left wrist, some of it got onto the bathtub well as well, like sampling a perfume or deodorant. It took me out darn well. I had to open the windows, turn on the bathroom fan, and aim the box fan into the... Box fan? Oh, fuck, a box fan, okay. Into the bathroom to air the place out, and I wiped the wall off as well, and of course I washed my hands. It took 15 to 30 minutes to make it bearable in there again. In the end, yes, I went along peacefully when the police arrived to collect me, and I had to spend a miserable weekend in jail. And I just got out on a bond and bail, yada, yada, yada. In the end, I was the victim. I did not cause the original provoking. The assistant manager made the first attack onto me and provoked my defensive response. I was minding my own business, not looking for trouble, and then he startled me, similar to a potential rapist in a dark alley in a big city, like Seattle. Fuck Seattle, people. Any of you would have done the same as I have in defense and escape. And we can sue Sega for changing Sonic's arm color and ultimately this male getting pepper sprayed. Think about it seriously. Chris Chan, you're a fucking moron. And my protest actions are not acts of vandalism. regardless of your individual perceptions. It was not vandalism, but good protest. When in around 2004, at Fashion Square, I tried their new soda machines with a credit debit card slot, and then I learned of the $5 surcharge that brought my bank account into the freaking red. I subtly posted sticky note signs onto each machine shortly after. This machine charges you $5 per card use. A few days later, the original machines returned. Nobody gave me any freaking grief or complaints at all about that. If you really want to see the whole mess happen, go find the security tape of the time of point A, my finding Blastermind, to point B of my departure from the store. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a lot of much required packing to take care of. Good day and God bless America. Now, what you guys just heard was, the reason I was stopping so much is A, because the reading of this I have is really shitty. And B, Jesus Christ, man, this dude, what the fuck? He can't write, he writes horribly, and third and foremost, I mean, what the fuck even? Oh boy, this is Christian, dude. Oh man, I'm anti-institution overall. Like, I'm not a fan of institutions, but I mean, that's why this shit's around, man. That's why these things were formulated. It's for, like, the one in a blue moon cases like Chris Chan. I mean, holy fucking shit.